So we've successfully drilled through and countersunk our mounting holes for our back piece. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to have to drill our holes to mount in 2 shaker pegs into this back piece. And in order to do this, we now need to find where the equal third spots are on this. We're putting in 2 shaker pegs, so we need 1, 2, 3 equal spots. What we're going to do is we're going to take a measurement here. We have 20 inches. We now need to divide 20 by 3. 6.66, repeating. So we know that it's going to be 6, and now we need to figure out what 0.66 is. Now 0.625 is going to be 5/8. So let's do 5 divided by 8, confirm that it is 0.625. It is. The next step up from 5/8 would be 11/16. So let's see what 11 divided by 16 is. And it equals 0.6875. So which of these two numbers is closer to our 0.66 repeating?
5/8.
This one's 4 thousandths away. This one is 2 thousandths away. So we're going to go for 6 and 11/16. Now, we could go either way and it wouldn't matter. We'd never see that. It's just a little bit closer. So all we're going to do is we're going to take our tape measure. We're going to measure in 6 and 11/16. 6 and 11/16. We're going to go ahead and draw a nice square line. Remember that the line does not need to be super dark. All that we need to do is be able to see it. That way we can erase it and sand it off very easily later. We're going to confirm that in between these two is really close to 6 and 11/16. We're at 6 and 5/8. All right, so within a 16th of an inch. We're great. We would never be able to tell it's off by that little bit. The next thing we need to do is find the center of this line here. We have 2 1/2 inches. I like to break this up in 2 separate numbers. What's half of 2?
1.
What's half of a half?
Quarter.
How do you know that?
Double the denominator.
Double the denominator. So we're going to come down 1 1/4. How are we going to start that hole? What's the name of the tool?
Scratch all.
Scratch hole. Remember with the pine, we do not need to press hard. It's very soft. Light tap. Light tap. Let's take a look at our shaker pegs here. I'm going to measure this. It's a 1/2 of an inch. Is a 1/2 of an inch a pretty big hole to be drilling through wood, would you say? Yeah, I'd say so too. So we're going to use a special type of drill bit called a Forstner bit. And the Forstner bit is a self-extracting bit. You see how it's nice and big channel open right here? This will allow us, as we're drilling, to expel the chips out. They'll come rifling right on out, really nice. It also has a nice little point at the bottom that will come right into this. It cuts pretty efficiently, but just like if we were using a twist drill bit at the very end, all right, we could experience a little bit of blowout. So at the very end, we know that we need to go just nice and easy and let it cut back through. We're drilling through the front side so that if we do have any blowout, it's located in the back. We'll never see that, right? So let's pan on over here to this drill press. And we know that we want to get the table height set up. So we're going to come back here. We'll loosen up this. Bring it on up here a little bit. That's pretty close to our work area. Snug the table back down. Square the table up a smidge. We also know that we want our drill bit to come right down to the table and stop. That should be enough to cut through. So let's set our depth so that we won't go through that table any farther. In order to do that, we're going to loosen up this black screw. We're going to take this inside collar right here, not this one that has a gauge on it, this inside collar, and we're going to rotate it towards us all the way while holding this down where we want to stop. We tighten this up. Hear that? It's automatically going to stop there. It's not going to allow us to keep going down through the table. We will bring over our piece. We will set it up. Found our center hole. Make sure our glasses are on. Hold it firmly. If it feels like it stops, you may come up a little bit. Let it come to a complete stop. We did have a little bit of blowout on the back side, which is why it's important that we drill through our front side. Can you see that blowout? No. It's going to be facing the wall. Does our front look very nice?
Yes.
Yes. Is that pretty easy to do?